Just so y'all know, it's quite windy outside right now, so perfectly fits the mood of the trailer we're about to watch hereto. Heretofore. Hitherto.
How now, brown cow?
Mm-hmm. So, Bhoot, the Haunted Ship official trailer with Vicky Kaushal and Bhumi Pednekar, and Bhanu Pratap Singh directed it. Here we go.
I'm ready.
Oh, by the way.
What?
If you are a old school Nintendo fan who played GameCube, if you played Zelda Wind Waker, there was actually a haunted ship that you could explore.
Oh.
Yeah, and you had to like go on a certain, even it was quite difficult to find. It was like a whole hunt to find that ship. And yeah, it was awesome. Okay. Just thought I'd throw that in there because that's what popped into my head on this, like, because there's a slight still frame that we're here at the beginning of the video where you see, I believe it's Vicky Kaushal looking at this huge ass ship, this Titanic ship, and it just instantly reminded me of my old days of playing Zelda on the GameCube. All right, enough of that randomness. Here we go.
खराब मौसम की वजह से सी बर्ड एक डेड शिप मुंबई के जूहू बीच पर आ पहुंची। हैरानी की बात तो ये है कि इस शिप पर एक भी आदमी मौजूद नहीं था।
Who are you, Vicky Kaushal? Are you the police?
God, this looks like something straight out of Resident Evil.
Okay.
Oh gosh.
Oh God. I kind of want to close my eyes.
Oh, I didn't even see that. Oh, that was so good because I didn't even catch that.
मैं सीबर्ड शिप पर सर्वेइंग ऑफिसर पता करिए सीबर्ड का कोई रिकॉर्ड है क्या?
बहुत सी कहानियां हैं सीबर्ड के बारे में। सीबर्ड हॉन्टेड है।
हाउस वर्कर के अलावा एक लड़की भी थी शिप के पास जिसे तुम देख रहे हो। ये तुम्हारा हेलुसिनेशन नहीं है, बल्कि बुरा सा है।
Tell them to leave. Tell them to go. Why is he not scared? Ooh. Why would no? Don't do that. Don't do that. Oh shit. It's like a superhero.
Or one.
Yeah. Ew. Oh God. Wow, that's...
Holy shish kebab.
That's
That was crazy.
one powerful ghost. And I was controlling myself so well because I was holding back a scream and a massive F-bomb. When
Fart?
That too. No, when she turned up on the ceiling the first time, I was freaking out.
I toot when I get scared. So
Do you
I just
really?
gotta run to the bathroom. Like, this is not feeling right. My body just, you know, that's the fastest way, that's how you lose weight, just get scared all the time. Your body just process stuff real quick.
I'm gonna die. Oh no.
But that, you know, there was some tricks in there that we've seen a billion times in horror trailers, but for some reason the way they did it here felt a little bit new, and I think it's because when that creature, because he turns over, because there's something like creeping behind him, he goes, oh, what's that? Oh, I guess it's nothing, right? Like, sure.
Yeah.
And then it's on the ceiling or something, and the way that it was textured, this lady or creature, whatever, I didn't even catch it. When it started moving, I was like, whoa, that's been there the whole time? That's crazy.
Yeah, well, that's what was freaking me out so much, is because she just kind of appears out of nowhere. Like, it's even scarier than the stuff where, you know, like when that girl was in the locker, which is dumb, by the way. Why would you do that? Anyhow, she's in the locker.
You're playing.
And then the ghost is behind her, and I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm less scared of that, but...
Why are you less scared of that? That's even scarier. There's nowhere to run.
No, but okay, if that happened to me in real life, yeah, I would be pissing myself.
Yeah, because there's like no room to go anywhere. I don't even. Well, what was less believable about that is that she was able to crouch down in there. That's the part that just totally crushes my suspicion of disbelief. There's no room in that locker for like a jacket. How are you gonna crouch down? But the scary stuff I don't have an issue with. But they're doing some interesting visuals here. Like she tries to jump out or something, and then she gets yanked back in. Yeah. There's some cool stuff going on, visual effects wise. Him like going across the fire on the chains. So he has some kind of a vendetta with this ghost that he's trying to deal with. Like,
I don't know if it's like a vendetta or if it's just something that
he's looking for blood. The way he's going about it at a certain point in the trailer, like he's got the wrench and he's banging it on the thing. Like, I'm not exactly sure why he has such a intense desire to crush this ghost, but at some point he does.
Well,
because it's not just about escape. It's about trying to take it down, right?
Perhaps, I don't know if there's something personal there, or at one point in the trailer, I thought that he was actually possessed. I thought that maybe he had become possessed by this ghost, and so he had to do her bidding or something like that, because that can happen a lot of the time, especially if, like, you bring something home and then all of a sudden, you know, it goes inside of you and you start doing some really weird things.
I didn't catch that. Other than the part where she lifted him up, where like she's controlling him.
I think I probably just read into it, like the way he was moving around, like banging stuff. I thought that maybe he was possessed.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, but maybe. But then I wasn't sure afterwards, because I was like, oh, is he possessed or is he just trying to get to the root?
You've been exposed to this kind of stuff way more than I have. I don't watch horror movies all that often, and so you might be right. I mean, that might make more sense. It just seemed like something happened where that ghost, I don't know. I have no idea. Maybe he just got upset with something because like the ghost
wouldn't leave him alone.
Embarrassed him, and he's like, you know what? No, you can't do that. I won't let you emasculate me, you ghost. Come here, and I will whack you with my wrench. No, that's not it at all.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, it just seemed with that moment where he's clicking the thing, where he's like, I'm gonna get this ghost. You know, payback's the bitch. Oh, now it's choking me.
Yeah, it's a really powerful ghost, this one. Like, it's really scary.
Is that out of, what's it called? Grudge, where it's able to lift the material around him? Remember?
I don't remember The Grudge that well.
I never saw The Grudge, but I remember in the sequel trailer, I saw stuff like levitating off the ground. It was like water or something like that. But you don't see that too often is what I'm trying to say. That was the last time I noticed something like that where you had a ghost that actually had the ability to defy gravity with the objects around it as opposed to just itself.
That's pretty standard poltergeist material.
When?
I'm not talking about the movie.
But when?
Like, okay, listen. When I was a kid, I used to like going to the library and reading up on paranormal stuff.
Okay, but what movie? What movies?
No, I'm not talking about movies. I'm talking about real ghosts.
That's all I have to compare against. And so what I'm trying to say is, this is something that hasn't been done that often in films with regards to ghost stories. The last time I noticed anything like that was Grudge 2, or whatever the sequel was.
Right, okay.
And so I'm just saying that's kind of cool. And it elevates the level of fear that, I mean, you have as you vicariously live through Vicky Kaushal.
You said that I watch a lot of horror films, which I actually don't. I just am really interested in ghost stories and paranormal activity stuff. So...
I guarantee you've seen way more horror films than I have.
Really?
I will make a $10 bet right now, and you will lose within 20 seconds. Okay. Don't you have a friend named Al who has horror festivals?
Yes.
And so, by virtue of the fact that you attend his horror festivals, you've seen way more horror films than I have. Boom.
Mic drop.
So, you owe me $10. Anyway, all I'm trying to say is you've been exposed to a wider variety of horror films than I have.
Yes.
So I'm just gonna, all this to say you're probably right. Whatever your guess is more likely, you know, on point with what's going on there. It seemed like he had this newfound aggression, and maybe it's because she possessed him, but I didn't catch that idea. It just seemed like, for some reason, he took it upon himself to take this ghost down.
Right. Yeah. I mean, he's probably not sleeping much. He's really scared. But he's not even that scared, though, because that stuff where the mirror was cracking, I know what I would have done. I would have been like, oh, bye. He's like looking at it, and then she appears, and he's not even scared. Like,
I'd have to look at it again.
He's some sort of superhero.
No.
And he had that kind of moment where he was jumping over like the thing with the fire with the chains. I was like, wow.
Well, he had to get across. I mean, I don't know if that's a matter of superhero stuff other than like, I have to get there and all this is in my way.
Right.
So there's a chain there. I'm going to take the chain.
Yeah.
You know,
I think
that's the idea. Well, let me just take a look at this glass thing you're talking about.
He's curious about it. I would have jumped back and been like cacking myself. And meanwhile, he's just like, what's going on? Or it seems like he's an engineer or something. So maybe he's a lot like you. So
he's so fascinated with the impossibility of the glass repairing itself that he's like, how do they do that?
No, he's probably like, there has to be a rational explanation for this. I don't believe in ghosts. And meanwhile, she's like, you don't believe in ghosts, do you? I am here.
You don't believe in ghosts? Hold my proton pack. Boom. You guys, thanks so much for hanging out with us. Be sure to check out ACHARA KIRK on the social media. If you'd like to see our interview with Vicky Kaushal, there is a link in the description as well as a button somewhere next to below my face. That makes more sense. Boop. And yes, so check that out if you want to see a cool conversation with a cool dude named Vicky Kaushal. And subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that bell icon so you get notified every time we drop another video. Check out our other reactions, reviews, short films, vlogs, and interviews. I am Jaby KOAY. This is
ACHARA KIRK.
Peace out.